Alright, welcome back. So finally, it's about time for us to level up our shock troopers and our scouts. But this particular time, something special is going to happen. See, I've purposely left them right at the edge of getting up to level 11. And there's a very important reason for that. And also a little bit of experience for the Lancers. It's because once a unit, or a class I should say, reaches level 11, they get promoted to Elite. Which not only sounds a lot cooler, it also gives them a few more benefits. Like another potential, and also, well, I'll show it off just in a few seconds. Class up! Adds a special bonus to their normal gross, and they also can use new weapons. The Scouts, and the Shock Troopers especially, can use new weapons to work with.
Congratulations, Scouts!
Scouts get a grenade launcher. So that's pretty useful. Long-distance grenades, always useful. Shock Troopers get flamethrowers. Pretty good for close range, especially for anti-infantry.
That means clearance for flamethrowers.
It's especially good for getting your targets out of bunkers. Very useful, very useful. Let's go ahead and also see Miss Ellett and the writing on the wall.
Hey, dropping by to read the writing on the wall?
I neglected to show off the two most recent ones, so we claimed the Vassal Bridge. So here's Miss Ellett's report. She goes over Welkin's unusual tactics to be able to secure the bridge. 22, I can't believe that. Welkin is seriously younger than me. Not by much, but still.
So, come to make a donation to the Get Ellett.
Even though she brings this up every time, it's only a few times that we actually are able to donate to her. And I got tons of ducats to work with.
I'll be waiting for you.
Oh well. Not a big deal. Alright, so it's about time to go handle the Kloden Wildwood. Yeah, this mission took me a few tries to get the ace and get an A rank for this mission.
Here is a brief on the task at hand.
Not the easiest. Not the easiest. The strategy is simple enough, but the execution and the RNG of what your opponents might actually do, and your management of your troop supplies, yeah, they play a key factor in this little operation. But again, like a lot of these earlier missions, really you can kind of solo this with Alicia. But she's not going to be completely alone for this particular operation. It's also going over in mines. We'll see at least one, but we'll see about one or two of these, but they're not going to be that big of an issue. They're pretty obvious to see. Surprisingly enough, there's a lot of bushes and like shrubbery in the way, but they never plant any mines in there. I guess that'd be a little too cheap and too much like real war. Anyway. So yeah, even though we say that we can use our tank to roll over the smaller landmines, we don't use the tank. And we don't use Rosie or Largo either, despite my previous plans to just have them run screaming in front of, like, enemy fire because of how racist Rosie is. Ah, well. We still need them for their CP. We'll just have Alicia handle the bulk of this mission. Especially since she got promoted to Elite.
I'm confident victory is within reach.
And that rifle grenade's gonna pay for itself pretty soon.
The enemy's supply base is through these woods. Squad
Eventually we'll get our Lancers to level up. But not just yet.
The tank will follow the road to the south. Team 2, take the trail to the base.
All right, listen up and I'll explain.
So now Virat's gonna go over team attacks. Basically, every unit has a particular character that they like. That's under their likes. Like, Vice likes Ica, and I think he also likes Hector. Saying like this much is making it lose its meaning. But as long as they have enough camaraderie, there's a good word for it, camaraderie with that particular unit, they'll be able to use a team attack. And that can be pretty useful for getting rid of a target. But also, it goes into detail, if you bunch up your units that close, you might end up paying for it, especially if somebody throws, I don't know, a grenade at you, or has a tank aimed at you. Not great. As I said before, Alicia will be doing the bulk of this mission. So one defense boost and she's good to go.
Brace up and get ready to defend yourself.
So here we go.
Enemy unit spotted.
So no change in uniform, unlike in Valkyria Chronicles 2, where they made a very big distinction on when your character upgraded. In fact, in Valkyria Chronicles 2, you actually have a branching point of if you want a character of a certain class to level up into a different class. Like, for example, Scouts, in this particular instance, could become Scout Elites, where they're basically just souped-up versions of themselves. They have more AP, they have a bit more health, and I think they can use different weapons. Or, a Scout can become a Sniper, or something like that, to where they have a much longer range weapon, but they lose a little bit of their AP. So, you had to pick. And also, they had a few more units that you could throw in. They had a few more classes in Valkyria Chronicles 2, but I'll touch on that later. For some reason, Alicia did not want to duck, and it's a good thing she had defense boost on, otherwise that might have cost her. Yeah, it was this turn that got me. Not because I had issues with these two guys, but because of the turn that followed right after, and how that played out. It didn't really, it didn't really work out in my favor. So, in previous attempts, I tried bunkering Alicia down, but that just ended up wasting AP. And anyway, I could just have Alicia just throw a grenade at this guy and no big deal. And she doesn't take that much damage from his assault fire, from his machine gun fire. So, here's a good strategy for you. Have Alicia get behind this tent. Have her get behind it. Because that tank can and will hit you. Like in my previous attempts at this stage, it didn't always hit me. It came close, but then there were times where it did hit me. And it will, as a tank does, shoot you down in one. It's not fun. It's not great. The enemy ace for this particular map is not that hard to find. In fact, he'll actually present himself quite soon. And it's another shock trooper. He's actually the third guy who moves. Not this one. I think this is because I moved Alicia into a different spot. They're moving in a different way than in previous attempts. There he is. There's our enemy ace. So now we actually are able to use reinforcements. That's a new feature that I haven't used before. If you capture an enemy flag, you can call for reinforcements. And it also heals Alicia's wounds that she received. Ica is here for one reason and one reason only, because she has a grenade. That's going to be quite useful. Let's give Alicia the attack boost and the defense boost.
This is an order.
Because we want her to actually survive this. She's going to be doing the bulk of our damage.
This is an order. Attack with everything you've got.
Moving out.
Oh yeah, and I've also brought in Wavy. Wavy and Ica are here for backup. So see, with the defense boost, even their machine gun fire does nothing, as we've already seen in the last skirmish map. So there goes Lieutenant Nonikov. Nonenkov. Whatever, he's dead, who gives a shit. And here comes General Jaeger.
But apparently not soon enough.
I like Jaeger a lot.
General Jaeger, you brought reinforcements? A few.
See, Jaeger brought a few of his own personal shock troopers, but that's not the big problem with Jaeger being here. The big problem with Jaeger being here is, much like Welkin, he's a tank commander. And his tank is fucking radical. It's called the Lupus. And look, it just warped in. And it is a big fucking tank that will rip through you like nobody's business. It has a tiny ass weak point, and you technically can fight it and beat the Lupus. You know, if, you know, you want to waste turns and you want to lose units, sure, go for it. If you're feeling brave or if you're doing a New Game Plus run, go for it. Go nuts. Fight the Lupus. I'm not doing that. We'll fight the Lupus later on in our campaign against the Empire. Right now, no, right now I do not feel like tangling with General Jaeger. It just doesn't seem like a safe move. Anyway, Ica is here because she has a grenade. Because these boxes were the bane for some of my previous runs.
Bang, bang, baby.
Because they're made of wood. Now you'd think a wooden box would like buckle and just break from gunfire, right? No, you have to use a grenade. That's how you break them. Or you use a tank. But I'm not using my tank for this mission, so, Like, one of the reasons I messed up on one of my previous runs, my previous practice runs, is because I wasted a turn because Alicia didn't have a grenade because she wasted it blowing up those boxes. Anyway,
Thank you.
we need Alicia healed up because of this little situation near the flag. There's a few shock troopers, including General Jaeger's black armored shock troopers, who look radical, by the way. A lot cooler than the red ones.
My turn, okay?
But I think it's about time we learn what these grenade rifles are rifle grenades are good for. And that's this. Long distance grenade throws. Ragdoll. Not bad, not bad. And now it's time for Alicia to kick some ass. Yeah, I was thinking pretty hard about how I wanted to plan out my next few turns. Because Alicia's gonna do some work. She's not gonna be the one to capture the flag, but she's gonna do some work. Don't fuck with Alicia Melchiot. It's just not a good idea. Yeah, General Jaeger's tank is over there. You want to fight it? Be my guest. Or maybe Alicia will capture the flag. Alright, now it's time for Wavy.
I'm on my way.
Now this move was kind of risky in my opinion. Because I threw a grenade, and it kind of hit Alicia a little bit. Now, if Alicia died, I would have wasted a CP, and my turn would have been over, and Jaeger's tank would have annihilated me. So, but then again, didn't happen, so everything's good. Operation complete, A rank, and the ace is dead.
That should just about do it.
General Jaeger, base camp.
Hi, Quentin Flynn.
The relay from base patrol says they barely got out with the supplies.
Good. But I've got to hand it to them. Galia sent a real fox into these woods.
Well, it's not a supply base anymore.
So we did this for nothing, more or less. They took all their supplies.
Incoming transmission, Welks. They've taken the base, but most of the enemy already fled.
One step ahead.
They timed that perfectly
Just glad that
to the point where we shot a few of their guys.
Still, we've completed our mission. Nice work out
Yay.
there, Sevens.
So A rank, and we killed an ace. And we got the ZM MP2. Not bad. Not a bad weapon. I might give that to one of my shock troopers if I use them. Let's see what the next episode has in store for us.
Well done, soldiers. The operation was a success.
Another victory for Welkin Gunther.
Yeah!
Nope, not this time. All the
Huh?
glory goes to this little guy.
Way to go, Hans. First day on the job and you're already a hero.
Hans the Hero. That's his new title.
Thanks to the animals.
Hans the Hero Pig.
So, who named the bacon Hans?
Do not refer to your superior officer as food,
I'd like to introduce
Largo.
Squad 7's
He
newest
outranks
addition,
you.
Hans.
I resign. Hans is the new commander of Squad 7.
Today. I expect great things from you. Dismissed.
He rose up to the ranks of general that day. He's just in a... Hans is just in a little, like, uniform with a bunch of badges and shit and with, like, a general cap. General Hans, what should we do? The Imperials are at our door. Mike, Mike! Good plan, General. Not since the days of Patton have we seen such a brilliant military mind. Oh look, we have other tanks. Not sure why we don't just use those in a lot of these ops. Might be kind of useful to have a few extra tanks. I don't know, just steamroll through them? Ah well. I don't know war. What do your elf eyes see, Alicia?
Know what? This is one strange place. Rocks with holes in them. Dug up ground as far as the eye can see.
Not always. They say this used to be a huge ancient city. Now there's nothing but desert left.
We all know what happened. The Darkson calamity happened.
Hooray for
They say
racism!
the Dark Hairs used some kind of dark arts to burn the city.
Keep saying dark. See if that makes you any less racist.
Can't see what kind of magic it used to burn up this much land, though. It's just crazy.
I don't know. Isara said that was a myth with no real historical evidence.
And I'm tending to believe
Their
her.
kind has been digging up Ragnite since forever. So who's to say they don't know some weird Darksony type way to use the stuff as a weapon?
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I'm a racist piece of shit. What you gonna do?
And what exactly are we doing here?
We've
It's like
received some
Rosie's just
intelligence
asking to be
saying
thrown
Imperial
right into
forces
enemy
base in
hands.
Various ruins.
Hey, we got Rosie. You want her? We'll trade you one of your guys.
Verify the information.
Somebody who's less racist.
Empyreans here? Some sandbox to come playing. I don't get those Empyreans. Who knows what they're thinking?
They're almost as bad as Darksons.
right.
Almost.
Definitely.
They don't stink as bad though.
I mean, I just can't
Like the
figure it out.
Darksons.
Why would they occupy this place?
Enemy sighted. Tanks at 040. Distance.
Fire.
Hold on. Yes. There are foot soldiers as well. And they're taking up combat positions.
And they're looking at us with their own binoculars.
Guys.
Hey, there's a cover shot. Rosie immediately gets shot. Boom! Take cover! Also, yes! Oh, Jaeger and Gregor. It's time for an evil council.
I didn't think you could look any gloomier.
Oh, it's you. Leave me be.
No need to be unfriendly, is there? Is there something on your mind, Gregor?
His Grace Maximilian.
Also, the Galleon pigs have a new commander pig among them.
He took Selvaria with
It's
him.
very troubling.
Probably has something to do with the Valkyria.
His Grace places too much stock in the power of the Valkyria.
Is it not Valkyrie?
Maybe. But I can understand the fascination easily enough. The power of the Valkyria is enough to claim all of Europa.
I guess it's Valkyrie, okay. That's how they pronounce it in Grand Kingdom, so
Even
fuck it.
without it, the Empire's military strength is quite capable of taking control of Europa.
The stronger you are, the shorter that road.
Good point. I don't know what this whole Valkyrie business is, but okay.
Land's independence is riding on Maximilian's word. I need him to return to the court with enough clout to honor that deal.
See, so Jaeger's not really a bad guy. He's just working with some bad guys in order to save his own homeland. So you can like Jaeger. Jaeger's a cool guy. He's also playable in Valkyria Chronicles 3. Good luck getting that game, fuckers! Let's go to the War Cemetery. This will actually be a move I use for the next update. Maybe.
Hello again, son.
Hi, Quentin Flynn.
I'll teach you healing requests.
I was really happy I got this move.
Use it to request a medic to heal a single allied unit.
Long distance healing. That is so good. At least I think it will be. Like if I run out of Ragnite, or if a character, I should say Ragnade, and if a character is like out in the middle of a combat zone, there you go.
I hope we'll meet again. Should you wish.
Seems like a pretty useful move.
Find me here.
Let's see what Miss Ellett has to say.
Hey! Dropping by to read the writing on the wall? That's a good man. Oh, and how about the new rising star of Squad 7, huh?
Hans, the
I've heard some
Porcavian.
Wild stories. You must be proud.
He's already won the war, essentially.
Pop interview. You'll have to read it once I get it all drafted up.
Cut off supply base. All thanks to General Hans, the Pig of War. Ratty Jaeger. He's a pretty cool guy. Militia issues draft notices. Males 30 to 45. They're even recruiting pigs! Pigs into the militia. Despite the prejudice amongst his kind, Hans the Porcavian rose through the ranks and became the most celebrated Gallian officer. General Hans won the war that day.
Da, 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 da. I've got new material.
Yay! A taste of home. A little more pricey,
Thanks a million.
but anything to help out Miss Ellett.
Come back and see the writing on the wall again.
We'll check in with her again later. In the meantime, let's go upgrade our equipment.
Welkin, bro! I'm stoked you're here, man.
Because we got tons of ducats to, to waste. No new rifles. There's a machine gun. Skip it. There we go. More firepower for all our shock troopers.
All set for you,
Yeah.
bro. It's done.
Time for some more better lancers.
Whew, it's done. This one's perfect, bro.
No upgrades for our flamethrowers, but hey, we get some better grenades.
It's done.
So that'll make
Perfect, bro.
dealing with characters with Imperials and bunkers a lot easier to deal with. Let's see if we can upgrade the Edelweiss. We can, with a mortar upgrade.
Here you go, bro. All done.
Plenty of defensive options too.
Whew, it's done. This one's perfect, bro.
I haven't seen any physical differences in the Edelweiss yet, although, to be fair, I hadn't been using it in combat that much, since the first time we got it. But then again, there hasn't exactly been much need considering Alicia's been clearing most of the maps herself, so... there you go. But hey, at the very least, whenever we do finally use it, it'll be badass. So we're good.
Come back again soon, bro. I mean it, man.
Let's go ahead and go level up our Lancers while we're at it.
Train all you want. I've got all day. Bite the bullet. No pain, no gain.
There we go. Level 9 Lancers. It'll be pretty soon before... We're getting kind of close to being able to make them elites as well. A little bit. Take a little bit more time to upgrade our Lancers. And I'm pretty sure we're going to need them to be elites before long.
Hello, Welkin. Here to fine-tune your squad?
I occasionally come to see Virat to see if there's any changes I can add to my army. Or my squad, I should say. And not really, but ooh, they do have Jane Turner, who I like. And I was debating on if I should get Oscar because I didn't know if there was like a special mission, if there was some kind of special thing associated with him. More details on that later. So I was curious of who I should get rid of. So I decided to get rid of Nina. Nothing against Nina, it's just, I don't know.
Thanks for the good times, boss.
Nothing against Nina, really.
In case you need me again.
She's pretty cool. You know, a little bland. But I just like Jane a lot more. She just looks like she has more character.
Her name's Jane Turner.
Maybe it's the eyes.
If it means putting holes in imps.
And I like her enthusiasm about killing Imperials. Jane just looks cooler. She looks more distinct than Nina, I should say. Again, nothing against any of these characters, it's just... I have my favorites. So, on the next update, we're gonna go ahead and handle ourselves a desert encounter. Battle at Barious Desert. And no new skirmishes to speak of. Not sure why I was flipping through all these tabs. Thought there would be something different to work with. Oh well. Anyway, on the next update, we'll handle the desert. Until then, thank you so much for watching.